If you've watched my channel or know anything about me, you know that the most important thing to me when it comes to video game consoles is, of course, the games, right? And of course, we like games of all kind, whether it be new games, whether it be remasters, remakes, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like for me, I love game preservation and I love taking games into the next generation. And what I mean by that is I realized that nobody buys new consoles to play strictly old games. We all want to play new games as well. But with that being said, some older games definitely need a refresh and some paint and some things like that. And I feel like that's exactly how it should be for most games. You know, you bring them into the current day and age. Also, you can reintroduce them into, people's lives that maybe haven't played them. We have to remember, especially like for me, someone in my 30s, late 30s, it's one of those things that not everybody is my age. So there could be people that are gaming right now that are, 15, 20 years old that weren't around or weren't gaming back when some of the great games came out years ago. And so I think they deserve a chance to play some of these great games. But I think that they would probably be lost a little bit on some people if they weren't as, say, stellar looking or didn't play as updated as, some games are now. I think a good example of this would be the Mass Effect Trilogy Collection that came out. Obviously, I look at Mass Effect series as one of the greatest collection of games of all time, and it's just such a fantastic series. And to see some people that I actually saw people say, I've never played this series before. Should I play it? And I'm like, oh, damn right you should play it. That's one of the best series of all time. Play that game, And when they play it, they're like, oh man, thanks for recommending it. It's so great to see that. And I just love the look on people's face and the responses after they play it. They're just so excited and happy to have experienced that. So I'm glad to be a part of that. Now, Microsoft, it looks like, has something up their sleeves very special for fans that we've all been asking for a very long time. And this is an exciting thing, and I wanted to talk about it for sure. And I'm sure you guys are going to be very excited to hear this if you haven't already heard it, so I wanted to kind of get into it. Hey there everyone, I'm the Crapgamer, and this of course is Crapgamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, and hopefully that doesn't stop you from giving us a like, and maybe even possibly consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with us today. It means the world to me. A simple like is all it takes to help this channel out. I know it sounds so cliche or whatever, but honestly, for the hard work and stuff that I put in for these videos, that's all I really need. And I would just say thank you and continue to watch the videos and enjoy the videos if you enjoy them. So thank you guys very much. Now, the other day I did a video and I sort of mentioned, it wasn't the main topic of the video because this news kind of just broke, but I mentioned that Microsoft franchise was getting the Halo Master Chief Collection, and now it looks like we've got more confirmed reports of this. Another Microsoft franchise is said to be getting the Halo Master Chief Collection treatment. That's what, according to an insider, said during a recent podcast over the weekend. Now, according to him, he heard that Microsoft is planning to remaster a bundle of all the games of a certain franchise in a similar fashion as 2014's Halo Master Chief Collection. Of course, upon release, the Halo Collection for Xbox wasn't in the best shape, but it's a pretty great collection nowadays. There will be another Microsoft franchise getting the Master Chief Collection treatment. Collection of all the games just bundled into one. No further details were shared, although they did guess that if the collection is indeed real, a bundle will release probably sometime next year. Ideal candidates for the remastered collection might very well be either the Gears of War franchise or, with the new Fable coming up, the original Fable games. Interestingly, the Verge editor Tom Warren responded to the tweet, and I kind of mentioned this, on Twitter about the rumor hinting of Gears. Of course, this doesn't confirm anything, but we, obviously, a lot of people wanted to kind of share this. Idle Sloth on Twitter said, rumor, according to this, there is another Xbox franchise getting the Master Chief Collection style treatment. The main speculation is Gears or Fable, and Tom Warren said the Gears are really turning on this rumor. So yeah, now we have kind of a little bit more extra confirmation on this. Also interesting to share is that another Xbox insider, Jez Gordon from Windows Central, took to Twitter to confirm that he's heard similar rumors about another Xbox collection. He says, I can confirm rumors about another Xbox franchise getting the Master Chief Collection treatment. And then he jokes around about Blinks the Cat. Halo the Master Chief Collection was released back in 2014 for Xbox One, and the bundle included a remastered version of the original Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach, and Halo 4. Actually, the original thing was it only included Halo CE, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3 and Halo 4. They added ODST later on after the game was kind of a mess, and then they added Halo Reach later on, even after that, after listening to fans. And those were, but ODST and I feel like Reach were like remasters. They weren't exactly like, I don't know, weren't brought up to speed or whatever. But for me, I think this is almost certainly going to be Gears of War, right? They already did Gears of War, the first game remastered or whatever, but you could remaster that and then put that in the collection and do 2, 3, and Judgment, and I think that would make a lot of sense. You would have those 4 games or whatever, and it just makes a lot of sense to kind of do that. You want to reintroduce people to the games. I feel like they could do with Gears of War 5 or 6 what they did with Halo Infinite and kind of spiritually reboot it. I think it's quite obvious that people, really kind of, they really don't like the direction that Gears went in. Unfortunately, I'm not saying that I hate it, that I hate Gears now. I don't know. There's just something there that doesn't click for me personally, the way that it was before, the way that it was prior. So, it's one of those things that I kind of look at and go, well, it is a little bit of a shame that Gears of War, which honestly, and can I be completely honest, if any of you guys have followed my channel for any length of time, back when I was doing BGST with Next Gen 720 and stuff like that, it was very interesting because we would talk about Gears and how excited we were for it, and when Microsoft bought the Gears of War IP, everybody was like, oh man, that's great. A lot of us took it that Gears of War was gonna be the new face of Xbox, right? Like for the next generation, the way that Halo was for the Xbox 360. A lot of us were saying that Gears of War was gonna be that for the for the new generations and things like that. So it is crazy to think how far we've come, and all these Xbox fans and things like that just absolutely kind of going crazy over this. Now, I love Gears, so would I love that? Absolutely. But part of me also wishes that it was Fable, because man, would I like to play, would I love to play Fable, again, like Fable 1, Fable 2, Fable 3. I would love to play those games again, to be honest with you. I just think that that's something that I would love to play. And you would figure that trying to reintroduce people to a new Fable game, possibly next year, that maybe they would have already had it. And interestingly enough, I actually saw Phil Spencer playing Fable 2, I believe, on Xbox not too long ago, like a week ago. So yeah, I do hope that we see, I would love to see Fable, but I'm not gonna knock, seeing the Gears games back, because I would love to play through those with friends and stuff like that again as well. So yeah, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that, though. That's such a strange thing to talk about too, because obviously Fable and these games have such a long history. It's just hard to say. I would love to see something happen in the future where we as gamers get to play all of these games on one platform. I think that was one of the main cool things about the Halo Master Chief Collection. So hopefully we see some changes in the future and get some of these things before too long. I personally, I would love to see something happen along those lines. So with that being said, I will link this. You guys can check it out. What do you guys think about this? Right? Like, what do you guys think? I would love to hear what you guys think, and I would love to hear just exactly what you guys think about how this future lies for Fable, for Gears. I mean, do you think they need to kind of do that? Do you think they need to sort of reboot it or whatever? For me personally, I think it would just be great to play through those games again, and I'm very excited by that prospect. So yeah, it's definitely an exciting time and an exciting thing to kind of think about. I would love to see Fable. I would love to see I would love to see that. So anyway, thank you guys. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. As always, be good to each other. Game on. Crap Gamer out.